So this is my response to Bionic Dance's latest video, the one with the diagram about agnosticism being irrelevant or maybe even non-existent. You know, see, I live in America, and so does she. But she lives in a different America, out on the coast. I live in Fucktard Central in Colorado Springs with mega churches everywhere. And I gotta tell you that there are people here who believe that atheists do not exist. Like, they wholeheartedly believe this shit. That atheists do not exist because their position is nonsensical to them. It's completely obvious that God exists to them, so there can't be any atheists in the world. Okay? Now, if you look at the definition of agnosticism and igtheism, you will see that any other word that has God as a premise in it cannot be considered before that word. Igtheism must be considered primary to it. Think of it like a math equation. Put every other word in some parentheses and put igtheism outside of it. Okay? Now, if that doesn't sit well with you, and if you think that you can still go to the definitions of other words and say that because of these words you can negate the definition of igtheism, which directly relates to the premises your definitions are built on, I'm going to say to you that saying that somebody's position as an igtheist is irrelevant and impossible, and that they're actually atheists, is just like when Christians say that you're lying to yourself if you say that you're an atheist and that you're actually a believer because you know that God exists. It is. And what's strange is, if you're going to draw a binary definition of atheism and theism, and you're one of these people that do not think that theists have anything sensical on their side, there's plenty of theists that go completely on faith and not reason, and if you try to talk to them with reason, they will just spit out nonsense and say, I don't need reason, I have faith. If you are one of the atheists that reject that, but you still say that they have a position, even though they're nonsensical, how can you say that igtheists can't have a position when they're nonsensical to you? How is that? Why is it that the other person's position has to make sense to you in one case, but it doesn't have to make sense to you in another? I wonder. General rule for everybody out there, whatever somebody wants to call themselves, it's really insulting for you to try to take your labels and put it on them. I've been guilty of this myself. You can just follow my channel history and you will find it. The me apologizing for the no true Scotsman fallacy applied to Christians by saying that the bad ones aren't really good Christians and they're not doing Christian things. Well, I've done it, and it needs to stop. Whatever people identify as, you have to let them do that. And categorizing people by your own terms and then pushing it on them, it can result in nothing good. Really. And people will fight back when you try to put labels on them. Oh yes, they will. So, that's it for me for the rest of the day on this topic.